On June 23rd, 1991, with the side-scrolling platformer genre still in its early years, Sonic the Hedgehog was released for the Sega Genesis and the Mega Drive in the UK. The game featured a sporty blue hedgehog out to stop Dr. Robotnik from stealing the 6 Chaos Emeralds and turning animals into robots called Badniks. Sonic the Hedgehog featured a total of 19 different stages divided among 7 zones. Sega's goal with Sonic was to create a game that utilized speed and precision to allow more skilled players to speedrun levels they've completed already. With some levels split between top and bottom sections that included different features to make them less or more difficult, the developers encouraged players to find the fastest way around each stage. It would later be admitted that the designers actually made Sonic move so fast that they felt motion sickness during development. While it's no surprise that the game was heavily influenced by Super Mario, the efforts put to differentiate it paid off. By bundling Sonic with its system, the Genesis was at one point able to claim 65% of the 16-bit console market. This was the first time in almost 7 years that Nintendo didn't claim the majority. The original Sonic has been ported on many different platforms such as Steam, iOS, and every major 7th generation console. It has also just recently been ported to the 3DS. Almost 2 years later, Sonic Team and Sega Technical Institute developed Sonic 2, the installment that would first feature Sonic's sidekick, Miles Tails Prower. This would become the second most sold game on the Genesis, only behind its predecessor. Over time, Sonic would end up in arcades and also step into 3D. In just over 2 years, the Blue Hedgehog would have his own TV show airing for 2 consecutive seasons, and later an anime adaptation titled Sonic X that would last 78 episodes. Many spin-off titles were also created, such as Sonic Spinball, Riders, and even a game based on another character in the Sonic universe, Shadow the Hedgehog. Although years later Sega would discontinue development on their own systems, they've continued to create Sonic games for every generation since the Genesis. And while he's not as popular today as he was before, Sonic has maintained an incredibly loyal fanbase and continues to be a talking point in the gaming industry and a milestone for the 16-bit era. Well, that's all for today's episode, but come back next time and we'll see you again on another day in gaming history. And if you want to keep this Sonic stuff going, you can check out my video on Sonic Adventure. It's a doozy.